Okay, so for my game or project, I made a game called Running Late. This is just the title screen, so I'm going to go ahead and hit spacebar. Okay, so this is your instruction page. Basically, the premise of the game, it says Christina fell asleep while working on a project, and now she's overslept. Find her dog to get the project back and then deliver it to the teacher as fast as you can. So do your best to avoid any angry birds or malevolent fish, so you can navigate through mazes, the city, fly, swim, and climb your way to the end. And then those are just the instructions for moving. Okay, go ahead and hit spacebar. Okay, so this is my first level. It's the top-down level, and then the main character there is actually supposed to be me, and so for my self-portrait, I decided to just make myself the main character of the game. So for the top-down level, if you'll notice, you're starting off with no extra lives, and so in order to include those friendly sprites, I have these beating hearts, and so I just collected one heart, and now it's showing up here in the life menu bar. And so these are basically the friendly sprites in the game, and then the whole point of this maze is just to collect those extra lives if you want them, and then you're supposed to find my dog Rusty. I stuck him in there too because he's got my homework assignment, and then once you find Rusty, you get to move on to the next level. So I'm just kind of moving along here to get through this level. Let's see, almost there. And there's Rusty at the top. Okay, I've got that last heart. I've got 3 extra lives to use. Okay, and then I found Rusty. Okay, so that was the end of this level. It kept time. I thought that would be just fun to see how fast you can get through the level. And then there's 0 deaths and a score of 0 in this level because there were no enemy sprites and I didn't die at all. Okay, so this is the next level. This is the first level where you really see any of the parallax take effect. So if you move around, you'll notice that the cityscape kind of moves separate from the grass at the bottom. So basically, our goal is to get to the top door over here. That's the end of the level. And so I've got here, these were where I introduced the enemy sprites. So I've got the pink birds, those are static, they just sit there and bounce around. And then the blue ones move around. And then this level is also where I introduce any of the weapons. And so if you notice, I've got a wand. And so if you hit the C key, you can shoot spells at the birds. And if you hit them 3 or 4 times, they die. Oops. And then, let's see. There we go. Shoot a couple more. So for this bird, I designed the level to kind of teach you or force you to use each of the different weapons. And so I killed the first one using the wand. My second weapon would be a fireball. So if I hit X, it toggles between my weapons. And so with my wand disappeared, I'll hit C again, I'll use the fireball. And that one, since the fireball kind of goes out at random angles, and it can actually kill you too if you get hit with it, I decided to make that one damage the birds with just 1 hit, as opposed to multiple hits like the wand takes. I'm almost done with this level. Okay, and then also right here, my third method of attack is just literally jumping on top of them. So I was able to jump on top of both birds at the same time and then kill them that way. So that was the end of this level. I got a score of 110 based on how many birds I killed, and then I didn't die at all. So I had 0 deaths there. Okay, so for this next level, I've got just the water level. I'm gonna hop in, and then I turned into a little swimmer. I've got my little helmet on. And for this level, basically the goal is to avoid running into any of these fish. If you do, you'll die. You can still shoot them, but they come at you kind of fast, so it's hard to avoid them. This level also, I just died. Okay, this level also has parallax as well. The bubbles move by at different rates. And then, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this. Okay, yeah, it gets harder each time you die to kind of get through there. Hopefully I can get past these fish. Ooh, close call. Okay, and then run up. Okay, that was quick. All right, I ran up the vine and I finished that level. So if you notice here, I died twice. So I didn't kill any fish, so I didn't get a score there that time, but I did die twice. That showed up. Okay, then this is my last level. This is the 4th level. I look over here on the right, and obviously there's some lava, so I don't want to run on that. I'm going to die. So I climb up the vine instead, and then I get to the top here, and there's nothing to do but jump off the cliff, and what do you know, I'm a helicopter. Now, this time I've got the same thing kind of going on as I did with the water, but this time the birds are coming at me, and in this case, actually, the birds are spawning a lot closer to you than the fish were before, so I kind of built off the last level that I designed, and I made it harder just by having the birds show up. Oop. Okay, and then this is the finale. I made it to the teacher, and it says, congratulations, I turned in the homework assignment, and that's the end. So that's basically the entire game, all 3 levels. I almost didn't make it. Yep, let's see. I went through everything.